Okay, this is more information. I really hope you guys can hear me. This is more information I've come into knowledge with. Hold on, I don't know what this means. The first thing is weird. The first thing I heard was homeo sapio. And it's crazy. I'm looking it up now and I can see there's Homo sapiens. I heard homeo sapio. So they could have been talking about Homo sapiens. Homeo is a Greek word for similar or the same, and sapio is derived from sapiens, the Latin word meaning wise or judging, most famous from the scientific name for modern humans, Homo sapiens. Okay, so something has to do with Homo sapiens, Homo sapiens. They're the primates that belong to the biological family of great apes and are characterized by hairlessness. It means humans. And high intelligence. Humans have large brains compared to body size, enabling more advanced cognitive skills that facilitate successful adaptation to varied environments, development of sophisticated tools, and formation of complex social structures and civilizations. Okay, so they're talking about humans. I feel like it's a new term that's going to be coming out. Like, you know how they got sapiosexual? You're like, yeah, I feel like this is Homo sapio. It's different. It's, you know how they make them all the time. You like, yeah, it's when people only like oh my, I don't know, Homeo though. People who only probably like people that are similar to them, who come from the same genetic bloodline or family as them. Homeo means similar, the same. Yeah, I feel like it's connected to people who only like people or who are only attracted to people that come from their species. That's significant. You're like, understood. It's gonna be one of the new ones. You stupid. Let's keep going. Something is ridiculous. All right. So let's do it. Capricorns. Okay. Capricorn spirit told me that your lives are so different than a lot of zodiac signs because Capricorns spirit says you live in a different time. Like mentally, Capricorns, you guys be in another time in your head than you're supposed to be living in reality in the modern day. So it's like you'll be stuck in the 1950s mentally and you'll live life like you're in the 1950s, or you'll live life like you're in another year, like 2060. You'll be too far ahead sometimes or too far behind, but you're not on time. You're like, I get it. Spirit said, Capricorn, you live in a different time and it's always the wrong time. Your minds are stuck in different times and different ages. And so some of you, it's too far in the past, and others, it's too far in the future. You have a hard time connecting with people because of this, and you can often have mental health concerns because of this. You will end up hurting people at times because your mind wants to live in a time that doesn't currently exist in society, just in your head. But because you can't afford, excuse me, because you can afford to make it exist like your own reality. You could pay and invest in a false reality, all that your mind created, and create that to be a real world. Jamal, that is what you do, and you invest in doing these things and you get disappointed, Capricorns. You're like, yeah, you try to invest in your own little fucking fake world and it gets boring. You get bored fast from it. And so then you start trying to force things and manipulate things. And when something that you invested in, it doesn't go your way, you lose control and possession of it. It really gets you mad. You're like, yeah, causes you to shift and become arrogant, ignorant, angry. And then you start to miss out on a lot of opportunities that really are good for you. Yeah. So Spirit needs you to know that, Cappy, you're done. You're like, no, they on your ass, Capricorn. You need to worry about your mind. You be living in different eras. Some of you are too far ahead. Some of you are too far behind. We're not in that time no more, Capricorn. And you invest in your fucked up thinking. You can afford it. And then it's bad for business, Cappy. You're like, no, I get it, Spirit. I get it. Make sure you're living in the modern day. Okay, Capricorn? All right, next up. Some gotta do it in a past life. Well, it was this life. But for Kendrick and Reggie Jones, it was a past life. But it was this life for me. When I was a baby, Spirit said, they were telling me about how tall I was. They were talking about how my height, how I wasn't too short, but I wasn't too tall. They said my name was Shakeen Anibra. That was my name. And they said a Gemini. My father gave me that name as the Leo. I was the little Leo boy, and I had that name when I got the sex change until I moved into being in a new family. They switched my name, connected to my fake mom. But they said Kendrick would get confirmation of this, and it was my name was Shakeen, like Shakeen Anibra. And they was telling me how I wasn't supposed to be too short, but not too tall either. Like I was perfect height. And they was telling me that then after I heard them say that, I heard somebody else say, this person may make it out of here, honestly. Sometimes I do get that. I thought it was significant. They said, this person may make it out of here, honestly. Sometimes I do get that. And then Spirit said, Shakeen needs to get their work done. So I wrote all that down, and I asked Spirit who Shakeen was. Spirit said that was me. And that was me when I was the Leo. And in this life, that was my name before they named me Tiori. And that was my birth name my father gave me before he was sacrificed, connected to Jamal. I said, what are you talking about? I didn't even know this information, right? They start telling me. They said when I was a baby, they showed me Kendrick, before Kendrick invited Jamal to a celebration for the birth of Shakeen, the boy, me, the Leo, Shakeen Anibra. That was my name. And they said Kendrick named you. They said how you went missing. Kendrick invited Jamal to a gathering to celebrate your birth, and at this gathering, that's where I was robbed at the celebration. They showed me Jamal. Jamal robbed me and my mom. That was significant. Me and Reggie Jones, before the sex change, they're like, yes, at the celebration. And that Kendrick was older than he is today. Like, I can't explain it. Like, he was supposed to be growing into being a father. So it was like they started him over. Like, his age isn't his real age today, nor is Reggie Jones. And they showed me that they started it over after that party. Something had to do with Jamal getting an invitation from Kendrick. And it was in Colombia. That's significant. You're like, yes, in Mendolin. Jamal came, and Spirit showed me that they had brought the cancer to do the bartending, the cancer that work in government. You're like, yeah, she older today. She would have to be. She connected to Patrick and Chloe, and no, the government, SK. She worked with your family out here, SK. She was out here though, SK, working with your dad. I saw she know your dad. That's why I was like, why is your dad, your fake father, working with the government? Because of that cancer woman. She light skinned. I know her. Trust me. She worked in government. She a judge. But Spirit showed me she connected to your family, connected to that tourist man, Mr. Nutty Professor, nigga, you fat ass. And so she's a bartender, SK. You're like, understood. That's very significant. She used to be a bartender for celebrities. I've dreamed of her setting up celebrity parties. Now this one I didn't know about. I was a baby. They showing me this, and they showed me that my father allowed her to be the bartender, and she was pouring the drinks, working connected to Jamal, and that they set this up. and that she was giving my dad elixirs. You're like, yeah, in the drink. She spiked his drinks. The cancer bitch, the light-skinned woman who works in government out here in Washington. And she a bartender. And she was working with Jamal to do that. And it Spirit showed me it's the same bitch that was trying to set up Terrell Lewis and Michi in the past life. It's all connected to that little job with Patrick. And no, SK, it's the job. Meg and Dallas and no, Samili, you're done. Right? Everybody in the club, the ones who invited the people to come out here and celebrate without me. I said, who invited these people to my area? It was an invitation that went out to celebrity men who I dream of and family I dream of and that they've been trying to keep away from me and rob from me. And I said, no way. Spirit said, yes way. And it's without you invited. They pushed you away. It's people who don't like you that invited them. I said, why would they invite people who love me if these people who are inviting them don't even like me? That's your confirmation. So that's when all the secrets started to come out. You're like, understood. Okay. Spirit shows me my father died at that gathering to celebrate my birth, and that's how he got cloned from that gathering, and that's how he got killed. Something had to do with the cancer woman taking him from there. You're like, yes, cloning him. The Meek Mill auntie, you're like, yeah, they work together. She chocolate, she got the booty chin. That's very significant. She wear the wigs. She's the reason why he was able to get cloned. That was significant. She was working with Jamal as well. And there's two different cancers. I need you to know that. Two different women. You're like, yes, that was a part of this. One cloned my father. One just got him killed through the drinks. Now, last thing I'm going to say with that situation, that's very significant, okay? It's very significant. I said that because these people work in government, right? I said when that happened, it was made to start my father over as a little boy again so that they can control his destiny. Okay, that was very significant. So now me and Kendrick aren't too many years apart. You right? We're really close in age. Me and Ray Jones are close in age. You're like, yeah, maybe less than 10 years apart type shit. We're close because they started him over. That's not how it really worked though. They're really older than me. This nigga only came to the party because Jamal was invited by my father. Come on now. And Spirit showed me that it was Meek Mill's auntie, the one with the booty chin, who did the cloning. She work with the hospitals with the government. And they showed me that my mom was sent to China with you though, SK, that she was in the same location as you, SK, connected to that tourist man. No, SK. She was in China, connected to you before her sex change. And that's where there was a fire. They showed me a fire happened connected to a school and a house and all type of shit, that they was burning places up in China, and that there was a fire, and that's how she died, was in a fire connected to China. And then she was cloned and sex changed, and that's what they need me to know. And that was done by Theron. Theron did that, Leo, right? The one that's been bullying me, that worked with, like I said, he knew Isaiah Thomas, he hit up Russell Wilson, he worked with the sports, the physicians. No, come on now, quit lying. He's the doctor, right? Okay. And then so when she was sent to China to get killed and sex changed and cloned, whatever that was, I was sent to Russia with my auntie, the Leo. And that's where we were both sex changed by Patrick. I was sex changed in Russia by Patrick. My auntie, the Leo, was sex changed in Russia by Patrick. Okay. And we got tied back to California and Washington. We never got our rights from Colombia. I told you Jamal and them robbed Colombia, robbed the family, set things on fire, all type of shit. I will never lie to you. Killed our family, did parties, all type of shit. Took our wealth. He been eating off it today, working with these people, and that's why they all been abusing the fuck out of me. And the government is eating handsomely. California and Washington been eating some of the most. New York too. The heavy Cali in Washington State, closer to the Pacific Ocean. Y'all got different ties. New York and all those other places, it's a different robbery. Same people, but it's different how they did it. And I know it. Y'all was just connected to China together. That was significant, connected to my mom being taken to China. And the spirit shows me from there, that's how we was getting sent out in human traffic to different states. In the U.S. though, but from different countries. We was always foreign. We wasn't from the U.S. Spirit showed me that. And they said, Jamal, that's why he got so much in debt with these people for this. He got to pay these people so much. I'm telling you, all of our families and shit, like, yeah, the government got so much they got to pay. They have to keep up with it. They're scared. They're willing to kill anybody. They're willing to get anybody out of here who's trying to stop the money flow. China's a part of it. Like I told you, Barba, the AI, the clone, they getting paid for this shit. Like my mama was killed out there in clone. Come on now, you're not listening. You don't get it. Russia's getting paid today. Come on now, you're not getting it. You don't get it. You don't fucking understand eating. So that's significant. And so after that, I don't know if that helps, but Spirit said, just you need to know that was your name. Shaquem Anibra. Just like that. That's how they said it. They say, Gemini, he named you your father. Something got to do with people. Spirit showed me a man with a beard, and they wanted me to hone in on the beard. And they said people got chain like signals that are coded in them through things like their hairs. Their chin hairs is one of them, and other parts of their DNA. And Spirit said these codes and these signals that are inside of their hair follicles, they tell them to hurt people. It's like it boosts up their ego. It makes them more abusive. And you're like, yeah, I don't know what that is. But Spirit make it seem like your hair, like the hairs on your head or the hairs on your face or the hairs on your body, they can like signal a evil spirit inside of you. I don't really know how to explain it. And it makes you, it's like a signal to be mean or hateful or prideful or arrogant, or like you're like, yeah, I can make you think you're the shit or something. The more hair you got, women and men, it's not just men. You're like, yeah, it boosts your ego or something. It changes you. And Spirit said it's like it's a signal though. It's something about your hair follicles. And it's like the more you got of it, the more you want to hurt people. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a boost of your ego. It calls you that it's ego or something. It's with people who got a lot of hair or like hair in certain places, like their on their head, on their chin. It make you more mean or more you're like aggressive or more egotistical or more arrogant. Or you're like, yeah, I noticed that too, Spirit. They was paying attention, that they want me to talk about that. They want people to know that their hair plays a part in their attitude. It's a signal. Anyway, last thing they told me, or there's a couple more things. Wait, and I gotta go. They told me that, or they showed me a dream. In a dream, they showed me my homegirl. I used to have a best friend named Martina, and we used to be really close back in like 2018, 2017, 2016. We was really close for a minute. That's my bitch. 2015. You like, yeah, that's my baby. I love Martina. I love her, and I haven't talked to her in a while for real. But I just haven't seen her. You're like, yeah. But I used to hit her up when I could, like just check on her. And so I had a dream with her at a school. We were in a school, and we were watching a movie inside of this it was in the school, but it wasn't in like the gym, because there was a basketball game going on while we were in the movie, while we were watching the movie. But it was like in the auditorium, like if there was an auditorium to a school, and then there was also a gym part of the school. We were in the auditorium watching the movie, and it was on a projector screen. And we were on the floor with blankets, and you're like, it was like kid stuff like you do when you're in high school or when you're in middle school or elementary. So it was a movie night at the school, but they were also having a basketball game. That was significant. The basketball game, the team was wearing red and white jerseys, and that was our school's team. Red and white jerseys. And I dreamed of this school a few times. You're like, yeah, something got to do with an Aries man. An Aries man who's scared to meet up with my family, who's scared to reconcile, or who's scared to meet me. They're in another state right now. They're not in jail or nothing. They're connected to this high school or this school where they got the red and white jerseys. You're like, yeah, that's significant. And he's scared because he knows some shit. I don't know. Spirit don't trust the Aries. Spirit feel like the Aries lost the ancestors' trust, their protection. They don't fuck with the Aries. Whoever this Aries man is that run this school or that's a part of this school, they want him out of here. You're like, they don't trust him. They don't trust this school. But in the school, me and Marstine was watching the movie. It was a movie night, and then after the movie was over, we knew that there was a game. Like we went to the gym because we already knew there was a game going on at in the gym. And when we went in the gym, the game was over by the time we got there. And these guys, they were all happy they won the game. And then it was it was one dude I went to high school with, Tavon. His name's Tavon Murray. He used to be my best friend in high school. You're like, yeah, he was one of my best friends, like really close, like a brother. And we could talk about anything. That was my guy. And we saw Tavon was in the gym on the team. He played basketball for our team, and then Kai Sinat was in the dream. They're like, yeah, he was on the team too. I gotta go. Kai Sinat was on the team. I'm like, the fuck? Who let him play varsity? Like he got on the team, bro. He paid to play or something. But he made it, and it was him. It was funny as fuck because they was mad we missed the game to go watch a movie. They was like, why ain't y'all come to the game? And we was just like, oh, did you guys win? They were like, yeah. Why did you guys come? And we told them we was watching the movie. We was at the movie night. We didn't want to go to the game, you know. It was cool. That was my best friend. We was cooling. They wanted us to go to the game. We were like, no. And so it was funny though to see them. And it's crazy. I thought about it like they would really get along. Kai and Tavon, they were like, yeah, yes, they would be really good friends. They would be really good friends. So that could be significant. But I know some guy do with that Aries who own the school or he worked with that school in their jerseys. Their basketball jerseys are red and white. The school's jerseys and colors are like red and white. And that's like my fourth time dreaming of this school. It's always connected to basketball though, like basketball games. You're like, yeah, Okay, after that, Spirit was talking to the government. My ancestors, they were asking the government questions. They was talking about they don't trust the government, and they said, I heard them say, and didn't you also rob Gilio? I don't know who Gilio is. I gotta go. Spirit, my ancestors said, and didn't you also rob Gilio at the safe light? They was talking to the government. And I said, I don't know what the fuck that means, bro. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is Gillian? I gotta go. Okay, so some guy did a Gemini, but it looked like they did rob Gilio. Spirit wasn't lying. People doing with the cancer, and the ancestors are worried because they feel like these people still ain't paid. You like, yeah, they want you to remember, government, what you've done in my past ancestors. You did rob Gilio. I don't know who Gilio is, but somebody here still working government today that did it and they're guilty. Spirit say you robbed Gilio government at the safe light. Could with the Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer. So somebody got confirmation because Capricorn, they did. It was them. It was the government. Somebody could have died from that robbery. Could with the Capricorn, Gemini. Yeah, Pisces. I've always somebody did die from that robbery government, but my ancestors blamed it on the government. They said it was at the safe light. Didn't you also rob Gilio at the safe light? Yeah, they did. Spirit could have been Aquarius. They did. It was the government. Okay. After that, someone's uncle. Spirit told me someone's uncle told them they should date you. I was like, somebody uncle want them to date me? They said, yeah, their uncle said they should date you. I said, what's this man do for work? Spirit showed me they kill people. Oh my God. Spirit said they kill. I was like, their uncle want them to date me? Spirit said, yeah, the uncle like you. He feel like you'll be a great addition to the family. Oh my gosh. So we do laugh. I was like, what this man do for work? And Spirit said he a hitman. He a killer. He gets him out of here. One of the hitmen, they're gonna stop. This could be the one. One of the hitmen, they're gonna stop killing. They're gonna stop doing hits. You're like, yeah. They want to be in a relationship with me. They want to love me. They want to be with me in the world. They want to feel like they don't have to lose me from doing this shit. They feel like if they stay in it and try to fuck with me, I'm gonna get killed. It's gonna get me killed. They're gonna lose me. And they remembered losing me. I'm like, the only nigga that lost me every time, nigga, I always die fucking with you, Hitman, is Lon. You're like, yeah, Lon. You always give me kill. You always give me kill. Hitman, he always, because he be smoking when we kick it. He be getting high. He be getting drunk. This nigga be all off the shits. Every time we kick it, he fucked up. You like, yeah, that's why, yeah, somebody be coming for us. He's still in the, he'll still be working in it, but he'll try to kick it. And I realized one blunt will be the end of our life, nigga. You like, yeah, one drink. I gotta be careful with Lon. So it could be Lon, but yeah, it's somebody uncle. So that was cute. Like after that, Spirit showed me a dream with my brother, my oldest brother. His name's LJ. Some people call him Mac Trip the Don, but he my oldest brother. And in the dream, he is funny as fuck because he was in this home. He was in this home, and he was cutting hair at this crib. Right, we was staying at this crib. He was cutting hair there, and there was a kid that I went to school with in this life. Like I went to school with this kid, okay, and this kid, his name's Marcus. Marcus Redding, and Marcus, like, he was cool as hell. I remember he used to bring me, because I was a bad little girl. And Marcus used to bring me Black and Milds. He would find a way to get Black and Milds for me and shit in 5th grade. I can't make it up, 6th grade. And he would bring them to my house for me. He like, yeah, he was cool as hell. And he would just let me have different things like Black and Milds, or if he had weed, he would give me weed. He was cool like that. And he would just go home, walk back home. And I was smoking in my brother's Mustang, or his Cavalier, or whatever that was he would have outside. And so I remember in this dream he was getting his hair cut by my brother, right? You're like, yeah, it's crazy. Cause my brother was cutting hair at the time. And Marcus got mad because Marcus had found out from me. He asked me, did your brother have a license to cut hair? And my brother wasn't downstairs yet. My brother was on his way to cut Marcus's hair. He was like coming from doing some shit. So he was like running around the house, coming downstairs. He was waiting on him. And Marcus was talking to me about it. I said, no, he doesn't have a license. I said, but he's been doing it for a long time. I was like, he can cut hair. Like, he could, like in the dream, I knew that. It's so he had, he had, he had looked suspect when I said that. Like, no, I don't trust it, Tiori. I could tell he got, suspicious. Like, I don't want to do this no more. Because he was paying my brother. And so he told me, he said that, and he said, I don't think I want to, pay him if he doesn't have a license. He should just do it for free. And I was like, oh, no, he's not going to do it for free. I said, because he's really good at it. He just didn't go to school, And he was like, no, I don't know. I don't think I want to pay him no more. So then my brother comes downstairs, and I was like, fuck, I just fucked up my brother's business, bro. Like, I fucked up. So my brother come downstairs, and this nigga's getting ready to leave. And my brother's like, where you going, bro? Like, what you doing? Come on, ready. What do? He was like, no, I don't want you cutting my hair no more. You don't have a license. He was like, I don't want to pay you. And my brother said, what you mean? What you mean you don't want to pay me? He got mad. Right? My brother was starting to get irritated. Like, what you mean you don't want to pay me? He's like, no, you never went to school. You don't have a license. He's like, I could just pay somebody who has a license. Who really went to school. And my brother said, it don't matter. He was like, if I'm just as good as somebody who did go to school, he was like, why it matter? He was like, matter of fact, sit down. Let me show you something. Right? So my brother cracked me up because my brother sat this nigga back down because this nigga about to leave. My brother sat this nigga down and started to grab a videotape. He had a tape from when he was in high school and when he played basketball, right? I can't make it the fuck up. This is some real cancer shit. My brother cancer. So my brother grabbed his video from back when he was in high school, and I'm watching him grab this tape, and he put the tape inside the VHS, right? You like, yeah, he put it inside the tape player, like he playing some shit from back in his prime when he was killing it on the basketball team. He had a video of it of when they won a game, and I can't make it. I saw it in the on the screen on the TV. I could see my brother win them the like the championship. He had the last point and the type shit. Nigga, he was the reason why they won it. It was him. He was the reason. And he wanted him to watch the Marcus boy. Like, yeah, he wanted Marcus to see how great he was without going to school, without making it to the league. Let me show you what I can do without having the credentials, just from practice. Practice make perfect. And so he showed Marcus the video. And I see my cousin AJ in the video. It looked like they were playing at a school like Lincoln or something. They're like, yeah, or like Foss. But my brother, he was killing it, and he had been the reason why they won. And I remember my cousin AJ was there, and AJ wasn't playing, but AJ was on the sidelines in the video. You could see him on the TV, like, let's go. He had a trophy already from his own win, and like this nigga already was holding the trophy. And he was like, let's go, cheering on my brother. And my brother won. And I was just like, what the fuck is his point, right? Like, I'm just watching this lesson. Like, what's he about to tell this nigga so that he can make him keep paying him? Like, this is how he try to, get his way, manipulate you. So then he said, you see that? He said, look at that. I won. He said, I was the reason why we won the game. He said, it took nothing. He said, I just played. I practiced. He was like, and that's why I'm great at doing here. He said, didn't have to take school. I'm just practicing. I practice. And he said, so you should still pay me. He's like, because I'm really good. He was really trying to just motivate him, inspire him. And I was like, that was a good way to look at it. It taught me something. The boy stayed and got his hair cut. You're like, yeah, because he felt that. That was inspiring. Like, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm just. The point of the matter, okay, it wasn't that serious. Something here was like, stop trying to be bougie, nigga. Get your hair cut. So he did. Yeah. All right, must go. He kept getting his hair cut by my brother though, and I found out that that's everything. Yeah, and I found out it was all connected to this other shit. The Aries, you're like, yeah, that's the traffic. He's trafficking Marcus. That's why that dream is important. Okay, with my brother, you're like, yeah, because the Aries, that man that's connected to that school with the basketball with the red and white jerseys, you're like, yeah, he's a trafficker. He traffics Mark. He's been trafficking Marcus Reddy. Spirit told me that months ago. I gotta go. But yeah, he trafficked a lot of people out here. Marcus Redding, he's trafficking O'Shea Flinton. He's trafficking. Come on, Spirit, give it to me. Give it to me. I gotta go. There's a lot of people. Missy Elliott, he trafficking Tashanique. This girl named Tashanique from out here. I think he's also trafficking Trayvon Richardson. Trey Capone. It's a lot of people. Oh, Nico Wiley's being trafficked by him. Jasmine Snipes is being trafficked by him. Like, yeah. Is that it? I think that's everybody. Let me see. Somebody stop laughing. Okay, wait. I gotta go. Is that everybody? Yeah. Somebody's scared connected to Gilead. Yeah, connected to cancer. Go deeper on that, okay? You're like, yeah, go deeper on the government connected to Gilead's robbery. Capricorn, Aquarius. You're like, it's Gilead. Yeah, connected to cancer. Because they're gonna get caught for that. And they're scared. It's the same people abusing me. You're done. I didn't do it. Man, I caught you on the counter. I even caught you on the sofa. I gotta go. Somebody is scared of me. Don't tell the truth.